Good morning, hello, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, evening, afternoon, because I know you're all literally spread across the globe. Let me leave back in. I'm all by myself for this hour, so thank you very much for joining me. We're doing things slightly different today, but no, I will be with someone later on. I'm not going to be here all day by myself. I've got the gorgeous Ben Mosby joining me later on at 2 p.m. But for this first hour, and it is only going to be for 1 hour, I'm going to give you a little sneaky peek and a first look into one of our new collections that's launching very, very soon. Now, I still want you to get interactive. I've still got our lovely Grace on socials. In my here, I have got Lily running the Good Ship CTV and our gorgeous, gorgeous Charlotte, who's looking very tanned, like a tanned goddess, because she's just got back off her holidays. And of course, I've got the gorgeous Jake. Oh, he better supply me with cups of coffee. Let's just warn him. Let's just tell him right now. But yeah, we've got a great day lined up here for you today, across the whole day. First look, Venetian Grace, we're going to talk about in a second. Come back to that in a minute. So at 2 o'clock, we've got the last. Now, can I just say, you guys have been absolutely loving these shows, the Craft Your Stash. So things that you already own, but perhaps haven't had out for a while, or haven't used, or maybe just because you're too frightened to use them. As you saw from yesterday, the foil press, I think that was a lot of the response that we got, that people have bought the foil press, but just hadn't got it out of that box. Well, Craig took you through there. And we've had all sorts, from flower foaming to things like your Ultimate Pro, to inks, right back at the very beginning, myself included, with the paper pads. So we've got another one, the last of it for this week, for the time being, shall we just say, because you guys have been absolutely loving it, is the Craft Your Stash, and it's all about stamping. So I want you to get interactive with that as well. So get ready for your questions, because we're here for an hour, myself and Ben, at 2 p.m. UK time. I'm not even going trying to pretend what time it is in the US, because I'm absolutely terrible in the conversion. But check out the socials and you'll know the times that those shows start. And then later on, myself and Ben have got a 3-hour special. It's all about the Stars and Stripes, and it's all about Second Chance Sunday, where we're bringing back some, not all, can we just say not all, because they're not all here, but some of the amazing deals that we've had on this week. Now, first things first, as you're all aware, here in the UK, our brilliant, gorgeous, state-of-the-art warehouse has been having a little bit of a rejig. It's nearly over. We've had the official say-so that everything will be back up and running from tomorrow morning, but you can still buy right now. Now, I will just have to go over a little bit of housekeeping for you. Anybody who's heading over to that website today, especially our stateside friends, you can go over and have a look at all the categories. Anything that's got an orange sticker is what you need to be popping into your one basket. We don't want any mixing and matching with this, because it's a US and a UK, and we don't want any mixing and matching, so it's a simple case of, as you can see, check your baskets out, look for that orange sticker, put everything with an orange sticker in that one basket, check that out, and that will be absolutely fine. And anything else, again, make sure you're not mixing and matching anything. Keep it very straightforward. But you'll have been doing that all week, because we know you have been doing. But yes, that's just that little bit of housekeeping out of the way. Like I said, this is still an interactive show. I'm going to read some comments in a second. Just need to make sure I get myself all lined up. And I can see, actually, there's a few comments coming already that our lovely Gracie on the social is sending me through at the moment. So I will go through them in a second. But we are going to talk about something that is coming up, and I'll tell you, we've really pulled it out of the bag for this one, because it's being launched on the 20th of June. Now, when is the 20th, Lily? A Tuesday, a week on Tuesday. Our gorgeous Leanne is going to be standing here and launching this fabulous new collection from Crafters Companion, and it's all about the Venetian Grace. And straight away, Venetian, what are you thinking? I know what I thought. I'm thinking of Italy, Venice, the beautiful architecture over there, the gorgeous buildings, the gorgeous gondolas. I've always wanted to go on a gondola, you know. Have you ever been, Lily? We might have to go together. We might have to do a girl. Yeah, we might have to do a girl trip and do that, because that is what was that, Charlotte? They're never expensive. It'll be fine. Well, we'll be fine. We'll split the cost between myself and the lovely Lily, because I've always wanted to do that as well. But everything about this collection is all of those lovely scenes that you would expect to find, again, in the lovely Italy, the lovely Venice, that beautiful romantic city. And I'm going to take you through. Wait till you see the papers. I'm actually going to leave them last. I was going to start with those first, but I'm actually going to leave them to the last. So, Christine, if you're watching, and all you guys out there who love the papers, stay tuned, because I am going to show you, because you'll have you will literally have your socks blown off with the gorgeous imagery. And it's not just the papers, of course. We've got matching cardstock, beautiful, beautiful vellum as well. So I can't wait to show you. But I'm gonna take you through the collection itself, and then I'm going to show you a few samples that we've had from our amazing design team. You can see some at the side of me right here. And if you're wondering, where's all the prices, where's all the info, where's all the code, we're not doing any of that. This is a first look show. It's literally sneaky peek into the world, where Leanne will be joining you guys here on Tuesday, the 20th of June, Debbie, and she'll be launching that, and you'll get that little sneaky peek first off in that wake-up call, so make sure you tune in, especially if you don't want to miss out. So I'm going to start with some of those gorgeous things. Now, I do genuinely, in my head, hear her heart playing. I can hear one right now, but it is beautiful. A gorgeous, gorgeous die that's got some lovely embossed features in this as well. So this is called, actually this is from your Venetian Grace. It's that beautiful harp. Now, also, when you think of Venice, you think of all the gorgeous architectural bridges that you see over there with the gondolas going through. So you've got this beautiful regal bridge. It's so divine. It's absolutely gorgeous. And again, lots of intricacy on there and some lovely embossed details as well. Now, what else do you think of when you're thinking of your lovely Venetian, those lovely scenes? I can see the little cherubs, and that's exactly what we've got here. The cutest little cherub in the form of a stamp set with a die, so you're not having to do any fussy cutting, because it's going to do it all for you in the one. Absolutely beautiful. Now, with all collections, you'll know we always bring a mix of things like stamps and dies and embossing folders, cut and embossed folders, and also edgeables. We always have an edgeable thrown in one of our collections, and this is absolutely one of those collections that's ticking all of those boxes. So we've got a beautiful cut and emboss folder with this one, and it really is a gorgeous cut and emboss. It doesn't do it justice. In a moment you'll see when I show you some of those samples just how beautiful that is, and it cuts that lovely oval centre out. The edgeable side of things, you've got this gorgeous, and it really is a beautiful design set. I'm going to lift it up there just for a second. You've got this beautiful edgeable that can go down the side of your cards, diagonal on your cards, as well as across the top of your cards as well. And not just cards, may I add. You could add this around picture frames. You could add this onto your own deco pieces, into your scrapbook as well. There's all sorts that you can do with it. And it's not just the one die set. You've actually got all these beautiful ornate little corner features as well, which I think you'll find really useful, and 3 different designs in there as well that match that beautiful edgeable. So it all ties in and brings it in beautifully. In fact, let me just show you. I've got a board there. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. It really, really is. Now, the dies part, we've got 2 beautiful frame dies, and these come in different and I said different variations. What I'm meaning by that is you've got more than one die in there to create these lovely cut-out features. It's going to cut out that solid, lovely rectangle for you. You've got all this beautiful design. I don't know if you've noticed, but from what I've just shown you with that edgeable and those lovely corner pieces, this matches that perfectly. So you can see how it all ties in together. And again, lovely, lovely. Again, I don't think this is doing it much justice. Wait till you see some of the makes that I'm going to show you in a moment. Let me get that the right way around, because that's the way that should be. How stunning is this die set? It's absolutely beautiful. The detail is phenomenal. You've got all this lovely cutout feature in the centre as well, or you could leave it as a solid. It's entirely up to you. You can do mats and layers with it as well. It's absolutely beautiful. I have got some gorgeous sentiments with this Venetian Grace set. Look at these. Some really lovely inspirational quotes on there as well. You've got "Today's all about you. I have faith in you. You are the music in my heart." I adore that one. The moments in time, faith, love and hope. You've even got that lovely, do they call it a treble clef? Is that what they call it? I think I got it right. Let's turn it the right way around there. Get me, eh? I think, you see, my musical past has come back to remind me of the days when I used to do my trumpet playing and cornet playing. You've got Just Breathe, You'll Never Leave This Moment again. I mean, how true is that? That's another lovely set. And I think a really nice, useful set that ties in with that collection, but you could take this into other things as well, into your other makes. And the same with any of your sentiments that you've got. You could bring any of your sentiments into this collection as well. But you've got a lovely set that actually fit that moment, and I think that's really lovely. Now, with collections, I'm going to come to those papers in a minute. I can almost hear Christine channeling me to show those papers. But these are absolutely beautiful little extra embellishments. Who loves a tassel? I love a good old tassel. You can't go wrong with a good old tassel. Literally, absolutely beautiful colourways there. So you're getting all of those tassels. You're getting some beautiful, now, I don't think the camera does this justice, but do you know the Aurora Borealis? That word. You've got those beautiful rainbow colours going through there. You've got 100 gems, all self-adhesive as well. So absolutely beautiful in there. And then the most exciting bit, and I'm going to bring them in to show you, we've got some shimmer inks. So you've got the beautiful pink. You have this gorgeous gold. I'll put that in the right size. So you've got the pink, the gold, and then the beautiful blue in terms of your shimmer ink pads. So absolutely gorgeous. And as you would expect with our shimmer ink pads, those pearlescent shimmer ink pads, you've got that beautiful shimmering, pearlescent sparkle to them. Absolutely stunning. That's coming in your collection as well. And then we'll move to... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight in for the big one. Let's go straight in for the big one, because I want you to see these beautiful, stunning papers. Now, Charlotte, how shall we do this? Shall we do this overhead? Let's do this overhead, because these are exquisite. This is 12 by 12 double-sided sheets. Now, when we talked about that lovely scenic image of Venice, the bridge, the rivers, the lovely quaint houses, the beautiful blossom, the cherry blossom, they're absolutely stunning papers. The detail in this, when you take a closer look, this actually looks like a real life photo. I just don't know how they've done this, but this is absolutely incredible. And these beautiful papers are all double-sided, so they complement each other. Now, you are getting, and I believe it's 36 in total, but look at these. Look at the cherubs. I mean, come on. Come on, these are just absolutely beautiful. I adore this paper pad. I can't tell you how much I adore this paper pad. You all know our paper pads at Crafters Companion. They're absolutely insanely good, and I am going to get to the bottom of who designed this one, because I've tried finding the information and I can't find it, but we will have Leanne telling us straight from the horse's mouth exactly who did this. Look at this imagery. Look at him. Gondola. Look at all these flowers. Look at the rippling water. The effect on there is absolutely stunning. And again, every single one, all double-sided, all complementary, beautiful colours, may I add. Look at that gorgeous scene in the background there, that lovely bridge. I can almost feel myself stood on there. It's just out of this world, this pad. Again, look at this. Look at this. Just stunning. Lily, shall we go? Shall we go, Lily? Come on, let's go. Because honestly, and what is exactly what Lily was just about to say in my ear then, I was thinking scrapbooks. If you know anybody, or you are going there and you want to capture those moments in your scrapbooks, these are going to be the papers for you. Look at this. And what I love about it is, I don't know if you can tell, but the dimension. Can you see the flowers really in the focal part? And then in the background, you know when you take your camera and you do it on a portrait mode and you get that fuzzy picture in the background? That's exactly how this has been designed. Well thought out. It's absolutely, probably, in fact, I'm going to say it again, I think it's going to be my newest favourite paper pad of 2023. Until the next one comes along, exactly, Lily. Look at this, though, that lovely ceiling rose with the cherubs on there, those beautiful flowers. And again, every single one has their own double-sided picture on the back. And when I say picture, that beautiful print, it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. I mean, I actually feel like I've been catapulted onto the banks of a Venetian, a beautiful Venice riverside there, or, you know, beside of the canals. Again, more beautiful cherubs, more beautiful ceiling roses, gorgeous florals in here, that lovely bridge. And if you've noticed, the bridge, it's the bridge that's in that collection. It's the same type, it's the same shape, it's the same style. Absolutely stunning. Look at this. I can't tell you. It's like looking at a picture. I can't. When I got my hands on this collection, let me just tell you, the first thing I ran to, and we all do it, we run to the paper pad. We run to the paper pad instantly, and Lily's the same. Lily were like, have you seen it, Debbie? I was like, yes, I have. I have. Physically, one of those paper pads that I know I need more than one of. We were talking about this before the show. I know I need more than one of this, because I always talk about using your paper pads. You've got to have one of these. You've got to have one of these in your collection forever. More than one, more than one. We've got linen cardstock, all matching those beautiful colours and those tones that you've seen in that stunning 12 by 12 pad. And it's that double-sided linen card with the beautiful colour themes running all the way through. Absolutely beautiful colours and colour matched to perfection. You're not having to worry about a single thing. It's all being colour matched. So that's your luxury A4 linen cardstock. We've got a 6x6. So what you've just seen me show you has been scaled to size, and we've got 6x6. So you've not lost a single bit of that imagery. It's all there in them beautiful colour palettes, and again, all double-sided. So it's not single-sided, it's all double-sided. So you've got your 6x6. And then we've listened to customer feedback, because people were saying they love the 8x8 vellums, but they fancied something a little bit different. And Leanne's listened, and this is why we've got the 6x6 vellums. Absolutely beautiful. And again, the imagery on this is just stunning. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can see all of those gorgeous designs, all of those gorgeous beautiful colours all popped onto printed vellum. It's out of this world. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I know that you'll be running to this and getting more than just the one, because it is absolutely glorious. I can't wait to see your comments. I just can't wait to see what you're saying. But I'm going to show you a few samples as well, because while we've got them, let's show you just how incredible they look when they're put together in your card making. I love this beautiful collection. It's absolutely stunning. There's just something so romantic, and I mean, from everything from that lovely cut and emboss folder, and that's been done onto that lovely linen cardstock and then inked through there, and those papers in the back, those lovely elements that you are going to be able to create all your beautiful makes with. I was going to try and undo that, but then I've realised there's a little bit of a lace behind there, so I'm not going to try and undo it in case I end up ripping it, because I know what I'm like. You can make the insides of your cards just as beautiful as the outsides with this. This is that beautiful beautiful die set. Again, pictures that you could be using in the background if you're going into a Venice trip and you want to put a little memento of yourselves in there, or take some of that paper or take some of that vellum and pop that focal part into that centre. That, oh my God, that harp, I can hear the tune in my head. I can hear it now. My friend had her wedding, she had a harpist, and it was the, do you know the 1,000 Years sung by Christina Perry? And that was played down the aisle. It's absolutely beautiful. It really, really was a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous collection. And I'm going to show you a few more. And just so the guys know, I've lost you in my ear again. So now when I said I'm all by myself, again, I'm all by myself. I'm going to give it a little tap, guys. So don't worry, because I'm going to do a little bit of socials in a minute as well. But we should be okay. Oh, you're back again. Oh, do you know? Phew, is all I'm going to say. But look how beautiful this is. It's absolutely stunning. And then that gorgeous bridge again. Look how stunning that looks. It is just absolutely gorgeous. With that quote, it's just, honestly, I can't tell you how much I adore this collection. It really is beautiful. And I'm hoping you're loving it too. So let's have a little look, because I'm pretty sure our lovely Gracie, hello, morning Gracie, I hope you're okay. She's been sending some comments through, so I can see straight away we've got the lovely, lovely Sarah Brown, wishing you lots of hugs from me in Melbourne, Australia, and hugs to all my crafty friends as well. Lizzie Masters says, happy Sunday, everybody. This sounds intriguing. Have we intrigued? Have we tickled your intriguing senses there? Are you intrigued, Lizzie? Have you enjoyed what you've seen so far? I'll be showing you some how to make as well, because I've got my own little take on these too. Lois, I can never pronounce your surname, Lois, so I do apologise, but good morning, everyone from Ohio. Ohio? You've got to say it, aren't you, in that way? Kirsty D, good morning, everyone from the sunny Teesside. That's not far from us, Kirsty, just up the road. Look, here she is, Christine Mahoney. Good morning, everyone, she says. Happy Sunday, another work day for me, then 2 days off. I hope you're not working working too hard, Christine. I hope you get to watch a little bit of the shows today, but you know you can always come back and join us at any time. Hannah Gosling-Smith, good morning, everyone. Elaine Wilson, good morning, everyone. Sandra Dundas, morning, Debbie. Hello, Sandra, to you too. Ben must have overslept with a lot of laughing emojis. I love that one. I think he might be doing it. I don't know what. I think he's got the little one. I think Daisy's doing some kind of horse trial today, and I think he's watching us. So that's why I said, don't you worry, Ben, because he's a family man like myself, and he is. Well, I'm not a man. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a family man. I'm a family woman. Get right. I'm a family woman. So yeah, we said, Ben, go and do that. You can come back and join us later on. You're not going to miss much. She'll be doing this later on. You're not going to miss much. She'll be absolutely fine. So I hope she's doing okay. So he's not really overslept at all, Sandra. Jenny Briggs, good morning, Debbie. Charlotte Everett, oh my goodness, I was saying a few weeks ago, I would love an Italian collection. How awesome. Charlotte, yes, how awesome. It's almost like Leanne got inside your brain, took that out and then put it into this collection. So I hope it ticks all the boxes for you too as well. Christine, such a tease. I know what she meant by that. That's those papers. I hope you love them, Christine. I hope everybody's loving them as well. Charlotte says the last holiday with her mum went on with before her dad passed was back in Venice. So they did an amazing 3-week cruise just before he got ill. Charlotte, so this one really will have some sentimental value to you as well. So maybe you could be using photos of those cherished moments and pop this into a lovely scrapbook page or some kind of, memento there, which I just think is lovely. Cheryl Hand tells her, good morning, Debbie at OCC Crafters. Just got back from the airport. Where have you been? Cheryl, where have you been? We know where our lovely Charlotte's been. Charlotte's been to, thank you, Corfu. I was remembering because it's Akaravi. Did you go to Akaravi at all? Oh, you should have gone. Lovely place, Akaravi. It's absolutely beautiful. Christine, you're not alone. Thank you very much. Sweet Timp. I'm assuming that's a YouTube name. Oh, Sweet Imp, not Sweet Timp. Debbie, get back to this glasses, please. Sweet Imp, very tempting. Yes, of course it is. Betty Gossel, yep, I'm in trouble. Yep, Betty, I said the same thing. We're all in the same boat. You're fine. You're amongst friends. But yes, absolutely. Loads and loads of lovely comments come through. Yes, gorgeous papers, beautiful. Love the cherubs. Linen colours are gorgeous. The 6x6 vellum's the same as the 6x6 paper pads just printed onto vellum. I'm going to say yes, but I think I've seen 1 or 2 odd ones that aren't. So I'm going to check that for you, and I'll get back to you on that one. So yes, let's get cracking. Shall we have a little play? I've got my Gemini plugged in. Found the plates. Have you noticed which Gemini it is? It's the Gemini 2. It's going to live here all the time. Maybe tune in tomorrow. I might give you a little sneak peek of something Sarah's got coming up later on. Did anybody shout accessories? I can hear you. You might have done accessories. Accessories for Gemini 2. What are you talking about? Tune in tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. We'll do that little bit of a tease there just to get, whet that appetite and get you going, like we all do, to be fair, because when I saw those accessories, oh yes, we've got to have some of those in our life. Now, I am going to be using some, and I say some, of this beautiful collection. I've chosen one of my papers. Oh my God, I love this paper. I can't tell you how much I love this paper. I love them all. Do you know what I find really difficult is which side to use. I am going to do it slightly differently though, because I am going to use the opposite side of the paper. I'm going to use that gorgeous print on the front end of my card base, and then I'm going to use the reverse to do a bit of die cutting into it. So I'm going to use the gorgeous ornamental frame. Going to use the little cherub. She's absolutely super sweet, super cute. I adore her, and she is honestly so angelic. Come on out. I know you're shy, but you've got to come out. Come on, let's get you out there. So we've got that beautiful cherub as well. And then, of course, the harmonious, I hope I'm saying that right, harmonious harp. I think that's right. Again, guys, I'm just going to tell you now, I've lost you yet again in my ear. I am all by myself, so we will have to get that sorted in a second, because I definitely can't hear a single thing now, and I feel like I'm all alone. I know I'm not, but I feel like I am. Now, I'm going to use this, so I'm going to do a little bit of die cutting with this, and I'm actually going to bring in some of the gorgeous shimmer ink pad as well. I'm going to use this, but in 3 different ways. So I've taken this outside frame and I'm going to use part of that beautiful linen cardstock. Now I'm going to grab my scissors just for a second and we're going to cut out this piece. Now these dies all work independently on their own as well as together, which is what I think is a lovely feature of this collection. So this particular one, and again it comes in 3 parts for you. So if I just take that off, this is actually cuts out solid, a solid frame. So even if you didn't want to use the matte part, you could go in all together and it'll cut you out a beautiful inside feature as well. So when I say now that I'm going to use a different piece of cardstock, I'm going to come in with a bit of black with this one. So let me just come in and chop up a little bit of the black. Let's go like that one. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping and a little bit of die cutting as well. Now my little harp, I'm going to use a bit of the paper as well. So I've got a little bit of my scrap paper that I've used already. So I'm just going to come in and use a little bit of the scrap. It's, when I say scrap, there's nothing scrap about this. It's just absolutely beautiful. Now, all of these, I'm going to die cut. I'll come back to this in a second. And then I'm going to just now run these through my die cutting machine. Now then, I'm going to just pop this tape on, like so. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Let's come in this side. And because, of course, I've got my Gemini 2, I'm going to be able to run all of these in one go. Now, we did say about accessories. I will give you a little sneaky peek. When I say accessories, we're going to be able to do things with your smaller plates. That's what I'll tell you. So there's some smaller plates coming. You've also got some extras in the terms of other things that you need for your Gemini 2. Shall we say turntable? And I'll say turntable as well. Now, I'm going to bring this in just for a second because ours is already on. Let me just show you, look. Ours is already on the turntable. We've already got it on there. But I just need to come in with my plates. So yes, guys, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you again. I have sound. I couldn't do, Charlotte, I'm many things, but I'm not a woman of talents where I can craft and change my cable box at the same time. So I've just changed the box, just so you're aware. So I'm just going to run those through. Of all the days for all the gremlins to get into the system, they come today when I'm on my own. I mean, really, how rude. Gremlins, go away. We don't need you today, thank you very much. But yes, I can hear you again, guys, so it's nice to have you back in my ear. During you start getting them hot city moments, that's what it felt like. But we're fine. We're amongst friends, and I think we're all used to things like this. From time to time, this can happen, so it's absolutely fine. That's the joys of live TV, shall we say. Now, again, a beautiful frame that you can choose to have for your mat if you want. You don't have to use that if you don't want to, because like I said, this is an independent die that cuts out solidly as well. So poke all those pieces through. Now, I say poke all through. I've actually got one already done, but I'll just quickly just do that with my fingers. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful frame, but I'm just going to show you the one that I've already done all of that little pokey outy bits. But isn't that stunning? Oh, don't they look gorgeous when you add a little bit of black into there? You can also as well use this piece that can go back into there, or if you're using different colours, or you could put your middle die if you want to create an aperture, because there's a middle die piece that'll fit into there, so you can create a framed aperture as well. So it's a really lovely die set, that one. For me, it gives you that, again, it's that flexibility, that versatility that you get with a die set. I've often said this, and I do say it a lot, but I genuinely mean it. I want something that does more than one thing, and this die set is one of those. It gives you that opportunity because you can create your mat, you can create your solid piece, you can create your aperture just with those 3 dies, and then use it again in a completely different way altogether. Now, I'm going to move those because I don't want those little bits, and I'm just going to move that plate out of the way. Let's give that a little clean. And then I'm going to bring out the harp. Now, the harp is absolutely beautiful. It really is gorgeous. Now, it does have as well what we call, now we mentioned this before with dies, you've got the die cut part to it, but can you see all these pieces inside around the harp there? These don't have an outside die cutting edge, so they're the bits that we emboss. And when we talk about embossing, we talk about embossing with your purple shim. Or now, shall we call it what it is now, it's a raspberry one. So you're going to do that, and it will make a difference, believe you me. But you can also as well leave it back in there, because what you've got then is open space to be able to pop through there your ink. So you can take your little shimmer ink. Now I'm just going to grab a little finger dauber. I'm hoping that these finger daubers are coming back into stock soon. I really am, because I love my finger daubers, but I need some more. But you can go straight in now and use that. If you don't want to go through with your raspberry shim, it'll get hard. It's going to be hard to keep remembering it's a raspberry shim now. But you can go through there, and again, it's that lovely opulent shimmering ink pad that you've got coming through there, and you can see now that it's created all of that beautiful embossed detail and given it a really lovely highlight. It just looks, honestly, I can't tell you how beautiful it looks. It's well worth doing that extra little piece of embossing with your raspberry shim, but look how gorgeous that is. And of course, our shimmer ink pads, they don't dry quickly. So you can add things like your clear embossing powder over the top of that now and heat set it if you wanted to. Just remember that though, because it will stay wet, so it can still smudge. So at this point now, while it's still wet, it will smudge. So just be aware of that with your shimmer ink pads. Like with our other shimmer ink pads, it's exactly the same. So that's my little harp done as well. Now the cherub part of it, and because I want to try and cram a little bit more in, I'll show you what you're going to do with her. Now, two ways that you can do this, because there's no right or wrong way with these particular dice and stamp sets. You can actually die cut and then stamp into it. So the stamp, and you're probably thinking that's the reverse, but it isn't. When you stamp down, you're going to stamp into there. And that means that you will get a beautiful, gorgeous cherub. Look at her, she's so super cute. I can see her in her hands right now. She's just delicious, I love her. But colour her in, get your colouring meters. Now, I'm not going to spend all my time colouring with this particular one, because I want to try and grab another demo in here as well. But when you colour her, now I've chosen colours that match the colours that I've used. So the beautiful green, I chose jade green to colour her in. I used fair skin for her skin tones, and then I used the tan blend to colour her hair in as well. But it really does make her pop to life. So again, they're just beautiful. Everything about this collection is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm going to just come in now with, and I'm just going to dry that off a little bit. I've got myself a card blank. And I say a card blank, I make my own card blanks. Lily's probably the same, but this is a 7x7, this is 7x7. This one here is 8x7 with an inch scored down, because it tucks underneath, because I like to make my own sizes and things like that. And I know Lily's the same as me. I used to buy, don't know about anybody else, but I used to buy all my card blanks and spend an absolute fortune. When I was in the store, that's what a lot of my things went on, because I loved buying. But then I'm thinking, why? I've got multi-purpose cardstock. Make your own. Why would you? And you've got your enveloper, envelope. You can make your own envelopes. You can make your own boxes. So absolutely. Now I have trimmed out the centre. I'm not going to lie, I ain't going to waste it. So I use my paper trimmer, my Violet Studio paper trimmer, may I add. Cannot live without that little piece of equipment. And I do believe the last time I looked, we did have some in stock. Now, of course, for anybody for the UK, if you are ordering, which you can do, it'll be dispatched from tomorrow. So if you do want to have a little look onto that website, they are in stock. I can't live without mine. I love a paper trimmer. It can't do the same. I can't get this effect with the guillotine. You just can't do it. You need a paper trimmer so that I can go in and take out the centre part. Basically, so that I've got all that extra to do all the extra bits of die cuts and things like that with. Now I've used a little fraction of this one, just with that beautiful bridge just there. Although I'm feeling like I'm covering it up in a second, but you'll totally understand. And you can, this is the beautiful thing about these papers. Get more than one. You absolutely are going to definitely use these on multiple occasions. And Lily brought up a good point this morning with your angel collection. Those angel papers that have got the cherubs in, I think they'll complement this lovely collection as well. So if you've got those angel papers, get those out, dust those down and get those out as well. Now, I've also die cut that same frame but in paper, because as much as that stands out, I wanted it to literally just be a little bit muted. I didn't want it to be like a full-on, like where it hits you in the face kind of thing. So I'm muting it a little bit just by adding a drop shadow. So I'm going to bring in my tape, and you can see that I've done that over the top of that beautiful paper. It was so difficult, which side am I going to use? But because this die is very filigree, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it on the more muted side, because the pattern paper, as beautiful as it looks when it's die cut, it just kind of got lost a little bit. So I've just muted it a fraction by doing it on the other side, and I'm gonna just a tiny drop shadow just to make that pop a little bit, and exactly the same where I'm going to pop that now all the way across the back of that die cut. Of course, if you haven't got your dotted tape pens, you will use things like your double-sided adhesive sheets or your tacky glue as well. So I'm just going to pop that into there, and that just makes that pop that little bit more. It looks absolutely beautiful. That's going to sit there. I've made myself a couple of little tags. I love a little tag. Little tail tag, I call them. Wrong glue, Debbie. Wrong glue. Let's get that down there. So I'm going to just pop one at the top here. And then one again, over the top, like so. And then lastly, I'm going to put that, I'm going to just hang it a little tiny bit because I want it to be in the centre. And normally I would use some foam pads, but I'm going to come in and pop that into the centre, like so. And then I'm going to add my lovely cherub. She's going to sit into there. I'm also going to put my harp in as well. Now, my harp, I actually cut this into some white cardstock and just ran the shimmer ink pad over the top to make that stand out as well. But again, I wanted a little bit of black, so I'm going to just come in. I'm going to just come in and just pop that over the top. There we go. And I'm going to stick that now over the top of there, and then the lovely cherub over the top. Let me just put that back into frame. Now, of course, we need something here because, and I did say to you, you've got that central piece. So I used the central piece, or the middle bit, and popped in there faith, love and hope, because I think that is just a very, very lovely sentiment. And I thought it just fits perfectly what I want to do with this one. I've popped a couple of little foam pads just onto the back. I'm going to pop my dotted tape pen again over here. I'm going to go a little bit, yeah, we'll go a little bit higher. In fact, actually, shall I have it a little bit? No, we'll not have it on the wonk, Debbie. We'll have it straight. We're going straight. Let me put my little cherub just down there in the bottom, and then we're going to finish that off with a gem or two. Since we've got the gems, we've got those gems in this collection, so why not? I purposely didn't use them on me prep. I thought I'm going to wait and save, because I'll definitely be multi-buying these, because if you know me, you know me very well, I love gems. And I'm totally obsessed with a gem. So I shall be definitely buying one or two of these sets. Yeah, Lily, one or two. No, yeah, she knows me well. No, there'll be more than one or two. There's going to be more than one or two. But how beautiful is this? It looks just... Honestly, it's a gorgeous collection. I'm really excited to see what Leanne's going to be creating with this, because it is a phenomenal collection. It all works together beautifully as well, whether you're adding 1, 2 or 3 of the elements together. Those papers are stunning, and it really does give you all those lovely Venice vibes, from those papers to the lovely imagery that's in this collection. Now, I'm going to take a couple of moments, because I need to get this all sorted, because I keep losing the guys. I keep losing them, and then I'm like, I need to be able to hear them so we can see where they're going. So just for a moment, it's now your chance now to go and have a little look at the website. Go and have a little look. Go and see what's got the orange stickers, what hasn't. Go in and have a look at Shop the Day, because we've got another 2 shows coming up later on for you as well. I will be back in a few moments. So while we're getting myself sorted, take a little look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
what
how
does she do?
it looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
I always enjoy that. It's either you enjoy it and you watch it, or you run off to the toilet, or you run off to go and grab a quick drink, or do whatever it is that you're doing. I do it all the time, so I know what it's like. So glad to have you back. I've got everything all sorted. Everything's sound as a pound now, as we say here in the UK. And I've got my fan on, so I'm all good, because I left Barnsley this morning basking in sunshine at 8 o'clock. It's absolutely glorious. At 8 o'clock, I thought, my God, it's going to be red hot, because I went outside, sat out and had a cup of coffee out there. Absolutely beautiful. As I was coming up north, where was all the clouds? Where was the sun? Because Craig told me yesterday it was absolutely beautiful here yesterday, and I don't know what happened, but it isn't so beautiful today. However, you're all loving this beautiful collection, so we'll take that one instead. People are saying here, lovely Carletta said, lovely card, Debbie, thank you very much. So did Sue Benson and Charlotte, thank you. Lois, thank you. Betty Gossel, thank you very much. It's a beautiful collection, to be fair. So it's, you know, it's not hard to make beautiful cards Yeah, exactly. Easy to craft with our Lily saying, because it's so beautiful. It's such a lovely, inspirational collection. Lovely Shadiah. Don't worry, Debbie. You are doing a great job. Even if you cannot hear them, just talk on as alone, as we can still see you and still hear you, my friend. Thank you very much. Christine is saying, beautiful, beautiful collection and gorgeous. That's what she thought. Papers. Debbie, we need some paper made from your outfit. Jessie. Thank you very much. You want some paper made with my outfit? It's my lovely dress. It's one of my little summery dresses. But I love the colours. And do you know what? I've gone very much green this year. Lots of green dresses to match my green eyes. That's what it is. Bring out the green in my eyes. But thank you very much. Sarah, thank you as well for saying that. It's lovely saying that I'm doing a really fantastic job. It's very unusual being here by ourselves. It's always a strange one. We're so used to having somebody at the other end so that we can do that little bit of cleaning up in between, getting set, getting ready. But yeah, it's an unusual one, but it's a nice one because we wanted to let Ben go and have a little bit of family time with his gorgeous Daisy. So yes, now then, Tracy, Debbie, I've missed you. I saw you on Thursday, but I just love you. Thank you very much, Tracy. Tracy, I believe you sent a lovely comment down to Hobbymaker into the studio. If you're that Tracy that sent that comment in, thank you very much. It was very well appreciated. But yes, it is. It's the first look. You haven't missed much. I have shown that. I will show you what I'll do is I'll do another quick demo for you, and then I'll quickly recap what's coming up. It's going to be launched here first at Crafters TV with our fabulous Leanne on the 20th, which is a Tuesday, the 20th of June. I personally am taking it to Hobbymaker, but it's a couple of days later because I'm on holiday, so I've got a few days off. But I'm taking that down to Hobbymaker. So for anybody who watches from our Hobbymaker side of things, you'll be able to get hold of it there as well. But Leanne's going to be here first. You get that sneaky little look right here, right now. And we're going to do a little bit more of giving you a little bit of inspiration how to use it. And I'll show you a few more cards, Tracy, for those that missed out earlier. Now, I'm going to use this gorgeous Renaissance border and corner die, which is the edgeables section to this. This is the edgeables. And it is really, really beautiful. It's an absolutely, the swirls, those beautiful curved swirls. And it almost looks like, do you know those stone things that you see on the edge of buildings and things like that in Venice? Absolutely, it's just exquisite. It's been well thought out, this one, well designed, and it's again a beautiful die cut, but let's not forget that lovely embossed detail that's in there as well. So it's really lovely. And then you've got those three different corner pieces, this beautiful full corner. Sometimes that could be in the centerpiece as well, or if you want to make this elongated, you absolutely can. And then this gorgeous little flourish one here as well. Now I am going to make one of my favourite styles of cards, which is I call them the pin tower wheels. You can do them in 4s, in 5s and 6s. I'm going with a 6 one. So I'll give you the measurements for this because I have pre-prepped quite a little bit of this just because I want to get it squeezed into this show. But this actually measures in at 6 inches. So this is the 6-inch mark by 10 inches. And then I've gone in at 1 inch scored, 2 inch, 3, 4, 5 and 6, so that it ends up with this little feature that goes all the way around. Now you can do this 4 times if you want to do it 4, you just make it smaller. These panels here can be bigger. I've gone for a 4x6 one just because I wanted a little bit of that gorgeous paper to be showing off. You can make that smaller or you can elongate it a little bit more as well. And then because I'm making it a 6-sided pin tower, I've cut myself 6 pieces of 4x6 in multi-purpose cardstock as well. Now, I am going to use this, and the reason why I chose 6 was, as if I did it on a purpose, but this die is 6 inches. It's actually 6 inches in length. And so I'm going to use it as an edgeable, going down the side there. So I'm going to bring this in. Again, I'm going to hold some low-tack tape into place, and we're going to pop that on too. Let me grab my plates again. There they go. Let's pop that on there, and I'm going to come in and pop it down the side, and I'm going to hold it with my tape onto the right-hand side, because this is the bit that stays connected into the cardstock. If I put tape down there, we all know the power of the Gemini, and the Gemini 2 is no exception. The power, the performance and the precision is exactly the same. It's just all the beautiful enhancements that we've got with this new machine now, which for me, oh, they're just a game changer. Having your little drawers for all your little bits and bobs. Do you know what's lovely now? I put up Who said snacks in the gallery? Someone said snacks. I might have known it was Lily. No, Lily wouldn't have chocolate. She wouldn't have that as a chocolate drawer. No, not our Lily. What do you store in yours, may I ask? Let me know. Let Grace know, because I store my tools in there. I can imagine, Lily, that you and Craig, I bet Craig's got sweeties stored in his as well, his secret stash of sweeties. White chocolate maybe. And I imagine that Lily's got her secret stash of sweets in theirs as well, and chocolate. You've got to have a bit of chocolate, haven't you? Now, I am going to show you as well, because like I said, this has got a lovely, gorgeous design that's featured with the embossing. So for those who don't know how to do that or have not seen, you will get some hints and tips tomorrow with our Sarah. She's going to be showing you and giving you a little bit of a 101 with the Gemini. Now, I'm going to turn that over. And I'm going to sit that back in and put the rubber embossing mat. Now, I personally pop a little bit of tape into there because I know the power of the Gemini, it can bounce out. So I'm just going to pop a little bit into there and bring in my raspberry shim, pop that over the top, and then you're not going to put your magnetic in for this one, you're going to leave your magnetic out, so we'll put that to one side, and then we're going to run that through. Now, people will be thinking, oh my God, that is going to cut through your bat because you've got the die facing upwards. No, it's not. The mat of the shim is thinner than the magnetic. It's a rubber, so it's meant to go in to give it that extra, I call it like a cushion. It's like a cushioning, which gives it that embossing detail, and it won't cut through, I can promise you. You'll get some stretch, that's natural. You will get the stretch, that is a natural force with the, it doesn't distort it, it's still the same, but look, no holes. There's nothing in there, it's still absolutely perfect to use. But what it does for me is it just gives it this lovely finishing touch. And again, you can take your inks through there if you want to do that as well. But the beautiful embossed detail is well worth going in. You can see that gorgeous embossing. Now I've kept my, oh look, Charlotte's coming in really close. Look at that beautiful embossing. This is when you can take things like your shimmer inks over the top if you want to, with a bit of pink or a bit of blue. I'm keeping mine white. I want to keep it nice and pristine, but you can feel it's just absolutely beautiful. Now you'll repeat it with your 4x6 pieces as well. Now rather than me doing that, it's almost, well, you've got to be a bit prepped in a 1 hour show. But I did and repeated that with all 6 pieces of mine. So I've got, each panel has got its own cut down the edge, and it's also got its own piece of beautiful, beautiful paper. So I'm going to start by using the bit of glue and just repeating that all the way around on all 6 panels. Now you just measure for your mats and layers. I take it down to about 1/4 inch. By the time this die was taken off, it left me with, if I remember rightly, it was a 2.5 by 5 3/4. So you just repeat that, and it depends on the level of detail you want with your mats and layers. You'll hear myself and Craig talk about it a lot, but I take 1/4 inch. But I do sometimes go 1/2 inch or 1 inch. It depends on what kind of frame you want to do for your mats and your layers. And I know we get asked that question a lot. And so for anybody who's, wanting to know, I think it's a personal choice. And I think Lily would say the same. It's very much a personal choice when it comes to your framing of your I mean, look straight away, that is just exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. So we're going to come in and we're going to do all of those. Ooh, now then. So what was that again, Lily? Aha. So a few people asking about the shows, because you're probably tuning in right now thinking, Debbie's on her own, where's Ben? Where is he? Where's he gone? Well, actually, to be fair, we wrote Ben in because we've had a few little illnesses and a bit of a reshuffle, so we've had to rejig things around, because it should have been Craig here with me today. Unfortunately, Debbie's a bit poorly, so we have had to send Craig down south. He's gone down south, so Ben's coming in, but he couldn't come and do this morning because he got family commitments. So we wholeheartedly love Ben for coming in and helping us out today. But the show times: Craft Your Stash, the last one of the very popular Craft Your Stash. Craft Your Stash is at 2 o'clock till 3. It's a 1 hour show. We have then got at 5 o'clock till 8, we have got 5 till 8, we have got a fabulous 3-hour extravaganza with the Stars and Stripes Second Chance Sunday. So that is at 5 p.m. UK time. Now, I'm going to come in now and bring this in. Now, I've got a 6-sided piece, so this little tab is going to sit right here on the inside of that first score line. And I'm just going to pop that into place, and you can see now I've got my little 6-sided piece. Very simple, very easy to do. And then all I'm going to do is attach each one of these pins now to one of these tabs. Now you can choose whichever glue it is that you want to choose. Now as I'm going round, I'm going to come in and do you know what? I'm going to use the opposite side. Do the opposite side like that on that side of the panel, and that just gives it that little bit of extra detail. So flatten, pop your glue down, so that glue is going to go there, and then I'm going to take that to that very edge. They're so easy to do, these cards, but they're so striking. They look absolutely fabulous when they're done. I've got a few little accessories because I can't believe the time. I mean, I could have done with, I probably am going to go a little bit over. A little bit over than my 1 hour slot. I'm sorry, Charlotte. I can hear her twittering away already. Just You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. I get carried away. I talk too much, and then I get carried away with my demos because, I mean, this is just a beautiful collection. It was just crying out to be used, and it literally is just taking it onto each one of those inch panels, adding your panel in, and then pop in your piece, and it folds flat as well. It looks stunning when it's out. Your recipient, whoever receives this, will be like, goodness me, how on earth did you do that? And it really is one of those where you can not tell them a single thing and just say, oh, well, you know, I like to get creative. I just threw it together, guys, just threw it together. But it literally does look absolutely beautiful and well worth spending that little bit of time and that little bit extra that we're going to go over by. So sorry, Charlotte, so sorry. She said it's fine, that's okay. I've got the seal of approval. She's nice and relaxed. She's had a lovely time in Corfu, so she's nice and chilled. But that's how you create that beautiful, and it looks stunning with that gorgeous piece. Now, I could have added those extra pieces, but what I have done is I've cut myself a couple of harps. So I'm going to pop one of the harps. I've cut it out into the blue this time. Again, just made sure that lovely, beautiful, let me come down here. I'm going to take it out to this edge. Make sure you do that extra little bit of embossing. I'm going to add onto this, you are the music in my art. So I'm going to pop that into there. And then let's just come in and take that across. I'll add my gems on in a second, and I'll just put another one in there at the very back. But you can decorate this. I mean, I've got a little bit more decoration to do, but I think you get the gist of it. I'm going to drop a little harp. We'll go in that side. Let's pop in a little sentiment on here as well. It's all about you. And I'll finish those extra pieces off later because we literally are practically out of time, but I'll add a little cherub. Let's pop that on there as well. I'll add one of my little cherubs in there as well in a moment. But this is how you can create your beautiful pin tower. This is a 6-sided pin tower. Folds nice and flat as well, so it's not something that, you know, it does fold nice and flat. But you can pop your sentiments on there. You can put your extra little pieces. But again, just absolutely beautiful. And again, this collection is just stunning. It really is stunning. So we'll do a very, very quick vote. Sorry, Grace, we'll do a very quick vote. We will do number 1 or number 2, slightly unfinished, but you get the gist. So number 1 or number 2, you get voting. So, have you loved this collection? Do you love it just as much as we do? Because we are all excited about this one. It's absolutely stunning. Sandra's put, I'm going to get an early night tonight and be up at the warehouse first thing tomorrow. I love that one. Evelyn, good morning, crafty family. Good morning to the gorgeous Debbie, a girl after my own heart, a one-woman show. I'm so proud of you. You are truly amazing. You deserve star of the day. Oh, you are so sweet, Evelyn. Thank you. Or Evelyn, I don't know how you pronounce it properly. Evelyn, You're very welcome. It's just a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. Loads and loads of people commenting, but I'm not going to go too mad with this one. I hope you enjoyed this first look show. I hope you've got a little tiny bit of inspiration. You're going to have to join us on the official launch on Tuesday the 20th of June with the one and only fabulousness that she is, the one and only Leanne Chivers will be in the building launching this. And I can tell you it's a special one because Leanne's launching it. She hasn't let us have any. She hasn't let us have the launch. She wanted this one herself, and I think there's a special reason behind that as well. But it's going to be a cracking launch, a cracking day. Make sure you tune in on the morning show, the wake-up call, especially if you want to get some extra elements, papers, vellums, all those kind of things, gems. They're definitely getting some extra of these. Now, we have got a winner. So, Charlotte, have we got a winner? Yes, we have, Charlotte. So we have got a winner, and it isn't quite finished, but it will be for later on. Number 2. You love that lovely pin tower card. So number 2 is the winner of the show today. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you as well for not leaving me here by myself. But we are going to be back at 2 p.m. Now, this is where we want you to get into reactive. We've only got an hour, but it's about stamping. Now, I want you to ask the questions that you probably think, are they a stupid question to ask? There's no such thing as a stupid question. You might be a beginner, or you might have been like me as a crafter when I first started. I didn't touch stamping with a barge pole, genuinely, because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what ink pads to use, I didn't know what platform to use, and I used to get my knickers in a right little twist. So, I'm going to take you step by step. We're going to do what is the right ink pad, what is the right platform, or are all of them the right platform? Are they the right one for you? Are they not? Ask those questions. We've got loads coming up. I'm going to show you some little masking techniques as well, because I love masking. I'm going to do a little bit of layering technique as well, and also going to show you how to prime a stamp as well for those people that sometimes get that little bit of a puddled effect when you start with a new stamp. I'm going to show you how to do all that as well. So join us at 2 p.m. I'm back with my gorgeous TV hubster. I won't be on my own. Make sure you join us at 2 p.m. We'll see you then. Bye for now.